Welcome back to Black Creek Outdoors. So I'm in a very special place today. This is my girlfriend's pond, and I'm using her little brother's boat. And I don't know why I've never done a video here. By the way, I'm finally going to get back to posting. I know it's been a while, but today it is spring. The bass are on their beds, probably, but I'm going to try. Something just jumped over there. I'm going to try first today this red crawfish square lip shallow diving crankbait. And I don't know, I'm probably gonna ramble about nonsense half the time. So let's get fishing. All right, I'm gonna throw for open water first. I feel like if I'm gonna catch anything big, it's gonna be in open water. The tripod's nice, but I'm always scared I'm gonna knock my phone in the water. I don't have a GoPro yet. I really need to get one though. I'm gonna be honest, if I catch anything on this crankbait, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm pretty sure the bass are gonna be on their beds right now. I know they are in the other, I fish a lot on Camp Shelby, which is the big army base here in South Mississippi. And those bass are firmly planted on their beds. I catch a lot of warmouths and stuff there. Although occasionally you'll snag one still. I used to catch a lot of my bigger bass here in this open water. So again, I know you can't really tell just looking at this pond. It is very shallow. The whole pond, I think the deepest part of this whole pond is like 4 feet deep when the water's kind of at an average depth. It's a little bit higher right now, actually. We've gotten some rain in the last few days. So maybe it's a little bit deeper there. I just bought this crankbait. One thing I'd like to address about crankbaits, I see a lot of anglers my age and a little bit older and a little bit younger that really don't even use crankbaits anymore. I don't know why. It's just the younger generation, and they use a lot of soft plastics, which there's nothing wrong with. Soft plastics are great. Soft plastics, there's a soft plastic for every situation, so I understand why. But I think that the crankbaits are an oldie and goodie. I think one reason might be just when you buy a crankbait, you buy one crankbait in a box, and it costs like $4. Some of them cost $6 or $7. I got one right here actually that's $7. It's a deep diving jointed shad with a big deep lip, and that's really expensive for one bait. It's probably gonna get hung at some point. I'll be honest though, if I can catch like 3 bass with it, it'll be worth it to me. All right, so I decided to tie it on. I'm just really excited to watch it swim. Yeah, there we go. See that black spot? It's a gizzard shad. It's got a really big lip and joint in it, so we're gonna see what it's all about. We're kind of drifting up on the bank here, which might be a good thing. We're gonna see. I'm gonna cast straight towards that little pier down there. Perfect. I'm gonna go kind of slow. That lip is big. I haven't seen any bass beds underwater yet, but the problem with that is this pond drops straight off like 2 feet around the edge. Outside of these weeds right here, obviously. Oh wow, that's terrible. Caught a bunch of veg. Oh, God, give me a break. This might not have been a good idea. All right, let's see. This thing swims really beautifully. So loud too. I can hear this thing vibrating underwater. It's that freaking loud. Maybe this thing was worth $6. I don't know. We'll see. Right over to that corner. Just see, there's a lot of turtles in here, man. There's a ton of turtles. Getting real slow with this. If there are any bass off their beds, they're at least going to know this thing is here. God, that is insane. I've never had a bait I could hear underwater. The vibration this thing puts out is crazy. This would be a really good gar bait, I bet. If all else fails, I'm gonna end up switching to like a lizard and then just, or a crawfish, and then just switch, like kind of just bumping it along the bottom, or like real near the bank. That's kind of my last resort, though. That's not my favorite way to fish. Throwing it out behind me now. I would get a bite right here, I bet, because this is like I'm like fishing behind me now. I'm wishing that into existence. That is insane. It's insane how loud this bait is. I should turn it this way. I'm still fishing open water. Sit there for just a second. Bring it in. They should be active today, though. I don't know why they wouldn't be active. That is so insane how loud this thing is. I don't know if you can hear that. That thing is so freaking loud, but okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna tie something small on. Maybe I can get a bluegill. And then also maybe this is too big of a bait for these bass. I don't know. I've never caught anything over like a pound, probably 2 pounds in here. But 2 pounds is like a minority. Like I'm usually catching stinks out of here. I have caught some big ones though. It does happen occasionally. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna put on, you know what it is. My favorite bait of all time. Boom. The old beetle spin. This beetle spin's funny because it's literally 3 parts from 3 different things. This spoon, I bought some jig spoons, like jig spinners. This is a pack of jig heads, and then there's an actual beetle spin body on it. I think I'm gonna start casting up towards the bank. Ooh. Oh, that's a fish. Here we go. Okay. Dude, that's crazy how fast that was. I literally just changed to a beetle spin. That's insane. That was open water too, dude. That just shows, bro, that just goes to show. Sometimes all you need to do is change baits. When I tell people that my go-to bait is a black beetle spin, there's just something about it, man. That's my go-to, like I'm not getting skunked bait. It's, ooh. I'm all kind of tangled up here. What happened? But people are always asking, like, people are like, wow, really? Beetle spins? Yeah, beetle spins, dude. There's something about them. Everywhere I've ever been, they smoke these things. I don't know what it is about them. Now, you're not really going to catch a bunch of real big things on these small beetle spins like this. That's why I never fish with them out of the gate, unless I know that there's nothing big in the area I'm fishing. But like, I'll have buddies, big soft plastic guys, who are like, man, I never catch anything on spinners. It's like, yeah, because you go to Walmart and buy those stupid Ozark Trail spinners with the stupid skirts. Get you a spinner with a solid body, and trust me, you'll catch more fish. That honestly, that's like one of the best endorsements I could have ever given for Beetle Spin. Beetle Spin, sponsor me and with my fucking sub 20 subscribers. But there's just something about them, man. I don't know what it is. fish go wild for them. Black, green, and red are the colors I get the most action on. I have caught a bunch of fish on white ones. White is so hit or miss though. Like sometimes white's the move, sometimes white's not the move. And even when white is the move, it seems like they bite just as good on green or black. And when I say green, I don't mean like chartreuse. I mean like the color these trees are right here. Like kind of somewhere between dark and light green. Okay, we're just gonna start casting towards the bank now. That might have been the only open water bass we're gonna get today. Let me just turn this old boy here. And bluegill bite them too, man. I've seen like bluegill that were not nearly big enough to bite these things go for them. I don't know what it is about them. Actually, I did a whole video like last year about how black beetle spins are the best bait in the world and people sleep on them. Is it Johnson or Cajun Spin? I can't remember which one this is. Johnson makes one. I think it's Johnson is the name of the company. They make a good beetle spin. I swear there's one called like Cajun Spin or something that's really good too. It's Cajun something. I don't know. I see beetle spin, I purchase. I don't. Anyway, I catch a lot of stuff on like this kind of stuff. It's just a tiny little inline spinner. The blue fox is one of my favorite baits of all time. But it's funny because I never catch anything on rooster tails, which are also a type of inline spinner. Ooh, oh, dang! I'm an idiot. I pulled it too fast. Okay, hold up now. Getting up in the weeds, Get out of there. There we go. There's a stick right there. Sometimes I'll just kind of swing this down there and start kind of jigging it. Catch a lot of stuff, just kind of jigging one of these inline spinners. That spoon flashes at them. It seems like they like that. Okay, well, they don't like it now, so. All right, let's try it again. Shine the red. Dang, I love how far I can throw it. I just love it. I love it. I was actually fishing that spinner pretty fast, I think, when I got that bite. I think I am gonna try that back though. I was just talking about how I never catch anything back there, and something big like jumped back there. It might not have been big, but it sounded big. There went something. That might have been a turtle jumping in the water. I feel like this is too bright. I feel like the reason I'm not getting bites on this is it's too bright. I don't know. All right, we're gonna try something new. We're gonna put my favorite soft plastic, the Go-Go Minnow, on just a little jig head. And we're just gonna jig it through a little bit. I actually like to constantly reel these, because that little ribbon tail, like real slow, that little ribbon tail will go crazy. The stupid phone did exactly what I said it would do, and it cut off while I was catching a fish. It's caught a nice Florida strain bluegill. You might be saying, but JD, ouch, you're in Mississippi. Why are you catching Florida bluegill in Mississippi? That I don't know, but see those stripes? It's a Florida thing, and that yet purple on the head. Dude's still doing it. Anyway, that was the second fish, and guess what? Also on a black beetle spin, so. Maybe that's all I can use. Maybe I'm cursed. That's just the only bait I can get anything to bite on. Whatever. I want to catch something with one of these crankbaits today. And it might be like later when it kind of cools down. But we're gonna see. Look at that snake. That's a big one. He is motoring, dude. He's moving, son. don't know what kind of snake it is from here, but probably a brown water snake. He's kind of fat though. He might be a moccasin, or as we call him down here, cottonmouth. Oh, anyway, that's kind of cool. I had a crankbait that was really awesome. I think it was an Ozark Trail crankbait, so it's sad. It was like a brown one with like kind of a reddish back. Look at that turtle right fucking there. That would be my luck too, is to hook a freaking turtle. I've caught a few turtles in my fishing career. Oh, also, I'll tell you what. Here's a good little lesson, a little fishing tip from Black Creek Outdoors. If you catch a turtle, and it doesn't matter if it's a soft shell, snapper, alligator snapper, which we call loggerheads, or like a paint turtle, you get 2 sticks, right? And so one stick needs to be pretty thick, actually, especially if you catch like a loggerhead or a soft shell. You stick that stick up to their mouth or in their mouth, and they'll bite down on it. Now they can't open their mouth anymore, or they can't close their mouth any farther than that stick allows them. Then you take a second stick, put it in the bend of the hook, and just kind of push it out. And then you pull it out of their mouth, and then you can release them. Unless you want to make turtle soup or fried turtle or whatever crazy ass shit y'all want to make with the turtle. But that's how I unhook turtles anyway. Unless y'all want to keep a turtle for whatever. I like turtle soup as much as the next guy, but So I made a startling discovery. The reason that I keep hearing fish splash, but I don't ever see them, is because they're up in these fucking weeds. I just saw one do it. I finally caught one doing it. They're literally like up in these weeds in like 3 inches of water. Okay, let's bring this in. Now I want to fish up there. Okay, stop turning off. Hold up. Alright. See what we got. Yeah, up in the weeds ain't gonna happen, but I can fish it right alongside the weeds. Stop turning it off. Is that a bite? Oh, got one. That's a nice bluegill. Yeah, look at him. I figured y'all out now. Look at this bluegill, man. He's got red eyes. That's cool. Okay, let me unhook him without killing him. Ooh, his eye. Okay, there we go. That's a nice one too. Oh, this shit's about to drive me crazy. Oh, here we go. Here's a fish. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a tiny little bass. Little young bass. I didn't know I was gonna catch another bass today. Okay. Little young bass. Here he goes back. He's a real dark color, isn't he? There he goes. All right. That was cool. I didn't think I'd catch another bass today. There we go. You hear them frogs calling in the sunset? That's why the sun sets, you know. Because the frogs tell it to. And in the winter, it sets anyway. Because the sun and the frogs have deep respect for one another. Ooh, is that a fish? Ooh, there's a fish. There's a bass. I'll be damned. That's a bigger bass than I thought I'd see back here for sure. This was kind of the upset of the day, honestly. I mean, he's small, but like, it's so shallow back here. He's a dink, obviously. Like, next to my hand. Like, he's pretty small, but still, I did not think I'd catch a bass back here. That's pretty impressive, actually. That's definitely not what I had hooked the first time, though. If that was a bass I had hooked the first time, then it was like a literal hatchling. I think it was like just a really small bluegill or a green sunfish, maybe. Something just smacked the water over there. Dink slayer, slaying the dinks. Ooh. Go, go, dink slayer. Ooh, what's that? Nothing. Ooh, there's a snake. That's a big son bitch. I think it's a cottonmouth too. See that yellow on the side of his head? Where is he? There he is. That's the second snake I've seen today. He's a little bit shorter. I think that first snake was a brown water snake. Just because, I don't know if that was a moccasin or not, but whatever. But usually, moccasins are kind of shorter and fatter. I mean, they still get pretty long, but they're shorter and fatter than your non-venomous snakes. Same with copper. All right, it's getting close to that time where I want to start tying on that crankbait again. I don't know why I do this to myself, but that hurts, bro. I'm still upset about that bass. I did everything right too, is what really hurts. Like, that was just not meant to be. Like, I set the hook firmly, but not overly hard. I fished right up in this little cave that these branches form. It was that really just should have been a good thing, but it just wasn't. There's that snake again, dude, look. That's definitely a cottonmouth. Can you see him? There he is, see him moving. What if it's that same snake? That first one didn't look like a cottonmouth, I don't think, but that one definitely does. You know, see how he's got that kind of yellow mouth? If you look up in their mouth, it's white too. That's a cottonmouth. Hold up, where is he? I just saw him again. there he is. You might not be able to see him, but see that movement? That's him. I don't see him anymore. I was trying to get the camera on him and I looked up and he was gone. Oh, there he is. That's cool. I see those like almost every time I go fishing, but I still think they're cool. I did catch one more fish. I'm actually gonna try here one more time. Boop. I left the boat over there. I actually was packing up to leave.